Hi everybody and welcome. It's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk and it's Wednesday, so Stamped One Sheet Wonder Day. And you may not be watching this on a Wednesday, I know, but there we go. Welcome anyway, whatever day of the week this is for you. Hope you've had a good day. So I've got here a stamp set called Watercolour Shapes, this one. Got lots of great generic shapes that are useful for creating backgrounds and so forth, and I'm using some petal pink here, so I'm just going to stamp, and I'm doing second generational stamping, which I know is very faint for you. You probably can't see it, but it's there, I promise it is there, and it's worth just getting that little tiny bit of ink that still remains on the stamp. Now the photopolymer stamps don't tend to hold on to ink as well as the red rubber, so you don't always get a very clear second impression, but you know, it is there. Okay, so I've just done a series of rectangles, and as you can see I've kept them going in the same direction, and the design that I'm stamping here is a kind of through page design that can be then cut up in various different ways. So the next stamp I want to use is this one, a smaller rectangle, and do something similar really, just add some of these into the design. And what we're creating is something quite architectural. I'm often inspired by Charles Renee Mackintosh. I love his sort of way of how he uses shapes and then interjecting with floral. So that's what I'm actually going to do. I've got a stamp set that's an oldie but a goodie, painted poppies, and I'm going to stamp that in a second after I've laid down my initial kind of background of these rectangles. So hello if you're watching this on the live or the premiere. Normally I would actually go live on my channel on a Wednesday night, but I'm away from my desk, so I can't do that. So I may even be commenting, so it'll be really weird me talking to myself. Hi Ruth, I'm speaking to myself here if I'm in the chat. Welcome also any of the live premiere watchers. Great to have you here, and let me know if you have this stamp set and what you've done with it. I'd love to know how you guys have utilised it. It's very useful one. So I'm just adding, as I said, lots of rectangles in here. Sometimes it's just fun to see how they work against each other. Okay, so that's petal pink gone down. I do have some Smoky Slate ink. I still can't find my basic grey ink pad. It's around somewhere. I must admit I've not properly looked for it, but I just hoped that one day it would just decide to return home and just show up. But yeah, it is around somewhere. Okay, so one of the features that I remember of Charles Renee Mackintosh's architecture or stained glass windows and things is like a repetition of squares. So I'm going to try and achieve that here with this little grey square. I mean, the stamp is not grey, sorry, I'm using grey ink, so that's why these are grey, but I just like the idea of that repetition of 3, and you know, they can represent whatever you want them to be really. And yeah, I'm quite enjoying this. There's something really lovely about just deciding on a pattern and then just going with it. Now I feel like this needs an extra 2. I'm going to take this all the way down. And just move these out of the way. So hello to the regulars. If you're a regular what should I say, a chatterbox. If you're a normal chatterbox on my channel, thank you for coming in and chattering. If you're a lurker, it's not a bad word, by the way, a lurker, and I know it has overtones of stalker, but no, lurkers are okay. Lurkers are usually people who are a little bit quieter, a little bit shyer, and they just like to watch and take it all in, and you're welcome too. We love all viewers of the channel. But if you do get the courage up to say hi, I say hi back to you. Although obviously I can't see you commenting because I'm filming this in the past to you watching it. But there we go. It's so bizarre, isn't it, to sort of think on that level, isn't it, where you record something and then someone could be watching it in the future and you could still be speaking to them in the future. Anyway, I'm overthinking things as usual. There we go. So those are my grey blocks gone in. Oh, I feel like I've got a little space up here now for a few, so let's pop some there. There we go. Right, now in for the florals. I have also got Melon Mambo sitting off to my right as well, because no, my left actually, my right, because I thought that might be fun to go in. I might still add some other colours. I was going to stamp the outline in green, and I'm wondering whether that is a good idea or not. I might just do it in melon. You see, decisions. Actually, no, I know what. I'll go with some cherry cobbler. I'll stamp the flower in cherry cobbler. And I'll do some splattages in Melon Mambo. So I'm just kind of looking for natural gaps where I haven't got too much else going on. And just adding, let's see if I can squeeze another wee flower in there. Yes, okay, good. I'm happy with that. Now, do I want the other flower? So we've got this one here as well. No, you know what? I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is use this one. See if we can add these in. There's another sort of architectural element. There we go. So I'm just sort of finding a place where I've got a petal that can disguise the beginning of that stem. I've got a thing about stems not starting in midair. So let's pop that there. Might be able to get another one in at some point, but anyway, I'll come over here first and do that. Oh, squeeze one in down there. Flip that round, do that one there, and one there. Fit one in there, yes. One there. And one there. Oh, do I have space for another one? I don't want to put one there because it'll end up being parallel, but if I clean off the bottom of it and ink it up lower down, there we go, let's stick one in there. There we go. Happy with that because I didn't want those two on the same level. Oh, got space over here for one. Right, let's do that. And then we stand back, sit back, admire the work and think, oh, what else now? So I'm wondering whether to now come in with a Melon Mambo. And in this stamp set, we've got this kind of lovely splodgy watercolour almost effect here. That's really great for faux colouring in the flower. I did consider, so I'll just talk through my thought process as I was staring at these stamps earlier. I did consider using lots of circles and then having the poppy within the circle, but that's not the direction I've ended up going in. But, you know, if that's an idea for somebody to have a go, then go for that. Okay, so here we have Melon Mambo. And we're just going to use that, as I said, as my faux colouring in stamp. I'm just trying to turn it round and use it in different ways. So it's not always the same. Go. Okay, I quite like that. Let's have a look at what else we have here. So there is these lovely leaves, which I'm wondering now whether to forego the idea of green and actually stick with the smoky slate. and have some grey leaves added into this. So there's that leaf, and then there is this one here. I'll get a smaller block for that one. What did I put basic? Oh, there it is. Not basic grey, smoky slate. So quite a simple colour palette here, really. Okay, inking that up well. So I'm kind of looking for gaps where I could pop this element. And it's pale, it's sort of, it's not too in your face, this one. And because it's an outline stamp as well, it doesn't tend to take over the look. When you have a solid stamp and you're getting solid chunks of colour, that's where the, you know, they can really show off. But this is just a little delicate leaf going in. When you're sort of designing like this, you know, if it doesn't feel right, don't stamp. Just, you know, think, oh, does it fit? Does it not fit? It doesn't feel right. Just you move on, because there's, you know, there's other stamps, other leaves. So, for example, here I just felt that would have been too long there. So I'm just going to pop a smaller one there, like so. A couple there. And a couple there. Maybe. Yeah, okay. Now I'm just wondering if it needs anything else. We do have this lovely little splatter here, which I've used in the past for, again, faux colouring in. I call it faux colouring in when you know, not actually getting a pen or a pencil to colour something in, but you're just using another stamp. We could maybe faux colour in these poppies up here. Oh, it's not strong, but it's there. I wonder, you know what, I'm going to change it up. Let's get the Melon Mambo back in, because that's not showing up at all very well. I mean, it's there, but not there, you know. So, oh, that's better. There we go. Now, I often talk about juxtaposition. So we've got the juxtaposition of the very angular background there with these lovely florals. So, okay, I'm happy with that. I'm wondering whether we need a little bit more depth in these areas here now. So I'm thinking of coming on with a splatter stamp and actually popping some more grey into there to finish it off. So let's see if that works. I always get a little ink spot on my thumb as I close my ink pads. So let's just get a bit of colour into these little corners here, because we've got the depth of that pink happening. So I just feel it needs something extra there. Because otherwise it was looking quite light, or too light amongst these flowers. Well, I'm going to give myself a wee pat on the back. I feel very accomplished that I've only used 2 stamp sets. Some of you will know, if you watch my channel a while, that I can have a pile of stamp sets because I'm very picky sometimes about what stamps I want to use for different things. But sometimes I like to challenge myself and go, no, you know what, just stick to not too many, just a couple, because, you know, I know that everyone has the budget to buy lots and lots of stamps, and you want to make your stamps stretch to make lovely layouts. Now, some of you will be saying, Ruth, how are you going to use that? So let's have a look with a little template here. So I want you to imagine that we haven't got this line going through here. Just imagine it as a slim line card. So we can cut it. We could possibly cut it into 4. I'm not sure where I might have to do this. Do it that way. There we go. Just imagine cutting it in a slightly slimmer shape. That would work. And then if we use this one now, you could get 4 cards by cutting down the middle and across, and then you've also got space for a sentiment as well if you want to place a sentiment. If you wanted to put a belly band or something through there and put the sentiment on there, that would also work. And I think this sort of card would probably work for lots of different occasions. Obviously people who are poppy lovers will like this kind of card, but it's got a touch of the sympathy about it actually. I think having that grey background and the muted background, there's a sedateness and a gravitas, I think is that the word I want? Yeah, there's a graveness, not a gravitas, a graveness to this, which could be used for lots of different occasions. Anyway, thank you so much for watching me, everybody. I'm just going to recap quickly the ink colours. So I used Smoky Slate, Petal Pink, Melon Mambo and Cherry Cobbler. I did consider using Mossy Meadow, but ended up not using it at all. So just 4 ink colours there. And if you don't have Melon Mambo, but another bright pink, that's fine. Or red. Red would be absolutely fine with this. Real Red or Poppy Parade. And just 2 stamp sets, watercolour shapes and painted poppies. And, you know, I used all the square ones. Didn't use any of the circular ones, but all the square ones. Oh, no, I didn't use the square. Sorry. The big rectangle, that ran that one and that one. But of course, you could use the square if you wanted to. And then out of here, use quite a few of these. Yeah. Pretty much, apart from, yeah, those 2. So good use of that stamp. Those of you who've been with Stampin' Up or been a customer of Stampin' Up for a while, you know that it's been around for quite a while. And it's a beautiful one. And this little poppy can be made to look more like an anemone if you colour it in a slightly different way. So thank you so much, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed that. And I look forward to seeing you playing and trying your own Charles Renee Mackintosh inspired One Sheet Wonder. Lots of love for now. Take care. Bye.